Since Russia escalated its invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Western military aid has become the cornerstone of Kyiv's resistance, with Sweden's donation of 90 CV90 infantry fighting vehicles emerging as a significant upgrade to Ukraine's mechanized capabilities. Announced on January 19, 2023 by Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, Sweden committed to providing around 50 CV90-40 variants infantry fighting vehicles equipped with the formidable Bofors 40mm automatic cannon as part of a robust aid package. By mid-2023, these vehicles had appeared on the eastern front lines of Ukraine around the Soledar and Vuhledar regions, following an intensive training program for Ukrainian crews in Sweden. This initial commitment was reinforced by a joint statement between Sweden and Denmark on December 18, 2023, with Denmark contributing $264 million to fund additional CV90s, and the Netherlands joining in June 2024 with plans to produce another 180 units, some of which could augment Ukraine's fleet. While the exact numbers remain unclear, calculations of losses and new deliveries suggest that Ukraine will have between 55 and 65 operational CV90s by March 2025. On the battlefield, the CV90 has proven its effectiveness, combining firepower, protection, and mobility to overcome Ukraine's outdated Soviet-era equipment and stand firm against Western opponents like the M2 Bradley and Marder IFV. The CV90-40's battlefield performance has been a turning point for units like the 22nd and 95th Mechanized Brigades, which were tasked with halting Russia's advance in Luhansk. Its 40mm automatic cannon, firing up to 300 rounds per minute, decimates Russian BMPs, BTRs, and infantry from distances up to 3 kilometers, especially standing out in the dense forests and vast plains of the region. Ukrainian soldiers praise its reliability and spacious interior, a marked improvement over the cramped and prone to malfunction BMP-1 and BMP-2 that once dominated their older fleet. The CV90's composite armor, enhanced by the Barracuda thermal camouflage system, has withstood significant threats. In June 2023, near Soledar, one of the vehicles withstood an attack from a Russian Lancet drone, protecting its crew and infantry, a resilience rarely seen in Soviet-era designs. Powered by a 550 to 670 horsepower engine with an advanced suspension system, a top speed of 70 kilometers per hour, and multi-terrain mobility, it enables rapid tactical adjustments, critical in a war filled with artillery barrages and drone ambushes. However, the CV90 is not invincible. By September 2023, at least 3 vehicles had been hit, with one being captured by Russia near Vuhledar after an RPG strike, with the vehicle's wreckage displayed by Russia as a trophy. Comparing the CV90 with Western counterparts like the M2 Bradley and Marder 1A3 highlights its unique strengths. The Bradley, with over 300 units set to be delivered by 2025, is equipped with a 25mm Bushmaster cannon and Tau missiles, excelling in long-range anti-tank engagements with Russia's T-72 and T-90 at distances over 3.5 kilometers. Its advanced observation and night fighting capabilities shine in the continuous battles in Ukraine, but its lighter armor has suffered losses from cornered ATGMs and FPV drones, with dozens of units lost during the 2023 counteroffensive, and some estimates suggest losses exceeding 50 units. The CV90, lacking missiles, relies on its superior 40mm firepower to dominate in close-range combat and boast better protection, with its Barracuda system preventing thermal detection. The Marder 1A3, with around 100 units in Ukraine's hands, combines a 20mm cannon with Milan missiles, but is weaker, with its cannon lacking the power of the CV90 and its 1970s era electronics struggling against modern threats, while its 65 km/h speed falls short of the CV90s on the battlefield. The fate of the CV90 reflects resilience amidst continuous combat. Of the initial 50 vehicles, at least one was captured and 2 to 3 were damaged by mid-2023, though Ukraine's repair efforts likely saved most, with a total of 3 to 5 vehicles lost completely, and an estimated 10 to 20 additional vehicles from the Sweden-Denmark agreement, bringing the fleet to around 55 to 65 vehicles. This attrition is modest compared to the heavy losses of the Bradley in major offensives, while the Marder's lower profile has kept its losses less noticeable. The absence of casualties among the CV90 crews emphasizes its protective advantages, though the capture of one vehicle by Russia raises concerns, which are somewhat alleviated by the CV9040's older technology lacking Mark IV upgrades such as augmented reality systems. Ukraine's ingenuity further enhanced its utility. By the end of 2023, mechanics began adding reactive armor to some units to counter drones, a practical adaptation to evolving threats. Beyond combat, the CV90 holds symbolic significance. Its sleek Nordic design provides a morale boost for troops frustrated with the rusting Soviet-era vehicles. In Ukraine's IFV landscape, where BMPs outnumber Western models by a ratio of 10 to 1, the CV90 has become a transformative force despite being limited by its numbers. Its 40mm cannon excels in infantry support, shredding lighter enemies while its armor withstands threats that could destroy a BMP. If Sweden were to provide advanced variants like the CV9035 Mark IC with Spike ATGMs and upgraded electronics, it could match the Bradley's versatility. As of March 25th, with 55 to 65 units in service, the CV90 stands as a testament to Swedish engineering, reinforcing Ukraine's fight. The integration of the CV90 into Ukraine's military has also driven the evolution of tactical strategies. By the end of 2024, reports emerged of Ukrainian commanders combining the CV90 with Leopard 2 tanks in coordinated weapon operations, leveraging the speed and firepower of the IFV to support the heavier armor of the tanks, a tactic that reflects NATO doctrine adapted for the chaotic front lines of Ukraine. This coordination proved effective in localized counterattacks, particularly in the Kharkiv region, where the CV90 pushed Russian infantry out of forested strongholds, allowing tanks to exploit breakthroughs. Such operations highlight the CV90's flexibility, far surpassing Soviet-era predecessors that often became bogged down in static defense. Meanwhile, its maintenance record has impressed. Spare parts supplied by Sweden and field repair workshops have kept downtime to a minimum, providing a logistical advantage over the Bradley, which has strained Ukraine's repair capabilities due to its complex systems. Culturally, the CV90 has woven itself into Ukraine's wartime narrative, with soldiers referring to it as the Swedish wolf due to its predatory presence on the battlefield. This nickname not only reflects its performance, but also gratitude for Sweden's continued support, which has exceeded $2 billion in aid by 2025. Including artillery and air defense against Russia's numerical advantage. The quality of the CV90 shines as a steel manifestation of Western determination in a conflict that tests Ukraine's endurance.